Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today we are going to talk about uh, data science methodology week 4 peer graded assignment, and in this we are going to have some uh, you have to answer some questions on the basis of analytical approach and what kind of methodologies are you going to use here, and you have three topics on which you have to select anyone, and you have to describe the problem here, and on the basis of the problem you have to basically give some conclusions like how you're going to proceed with the data and how you're going to analyze the data or answer the questions accordingly. So there were three topics here: healthcare, hospitals, credit card, and another was, I'm forgetting, the third topic was there also. So there will be totally three topics, so you have to select any one topic here. So I'm going to review this person's credit assignment. So you have to give a title first, which you can give according to your choice on the basis of requirement that you have. And the first question is, which topic did you choose to apply the data science methodology to? So this person has selected the credit card topics. Okay. So for this you have 2 points that will be given to you. Next, will the question is like you will play the role of the client and the data scientist. Using the topic that you have selected, complete the business understanding stage by coming up with a problem that you would like to solve and phrasing it in the form of question that you will use the data to answer. So the first thing you have to do is describe the problem related to the topic you have selected. Second, phrase the problem as as a question to be answered using the data. So the answer, you can give it like this, like if you are related to, this person has given the questions answer on the basis of credit card, you can take the hospital's data and you can talk about medicines or the hospitals, how can the services can be improved, and any topics, any problem that you think that need to be answered or some analysis is required on it, you can question that and answer it accordingly. So the person has given answer like, for example, using the food recipe use case discussed in the lab, the question that we defined was, can we automatically determine the cuisine of a given dish based on the ingredients? So they have given an example first, and then using a database that includes the data or the date of payment of the credit card and the and anonymous data from the customer. The defined question is, can we approximately define the reason of why the customer choose to pay on the determined date. So they are determined, like they have a question that why a customer is paying on a particular date. That can be based on the salary they are getting, or that might be the day they like to pay the bills, or maybe some other factors can be there. So you can have a survey about it, then you can analyze the points on it, and so on. Like the question is not particular, there is no particular set of things that you have to mention here, but it should be in an analytical approach way where you can put it in a question in a as a data scientist you are going to answer it, so you have to put a questions on the level of that. Third one is, briefly explain how would you complete each of the following stages for the problem that you described in the business understanding stage, so that you are ultimately able to answer the question that you come up with. So analytical approach, there are five things that you have to discuss here. So analytical approach is making necessary question to address the problem. What does the customer choose to make the payment? So what is the payment method? Is it linked to any special day like payroll deposit? As I said that, what is the special when they pay? So is it related to the payroll? Does the customer make the payment just before the final date or make it before? So they are asking several questions here in the analytic approach. Data requirements start to ask which client data would suit the most to the problem. So for example, deciding if we include people with a lot of credit limit or just people with average credit limit. Another question would be if we include people that have had their credit card for a long time or a short time. So data requirements, it can vary under various circumstances, like what kind of analysis you have to do. The first and foremost thing is that so you have to understand the scenario, what are the things that are required in the analysis, and how you're going to handle the analysis process and everything. So these are the things that decide the data requirement. So you have to think it through and then decide what kind of data and from what kind of resources you want the data. Okay. So data collection is when you have decided what kind of data you need. So you have to collect all the data from all the resources that you have decided. So data collection is basically merge the data obtained from various sources and validate it quality, like keeping or deleting missing or null values. Like when you are extracting data, then you are transforming it in a way for a better analysis. So in that way, what is happening is like you have taken a survey. Now the survey can be answered in various way. There is not a particular way where people are going to answer in a particular structure. So you have to make the data, you have to clean the data, you have to prepare the data for the analysis. These all the things are done in data collection, data understanding and preparation. It identifies the pattern in the data to try to identify if the data is correct and representative of the population using descriptive statistics or some basic graphs. So what it is saying that now that you have data, you have prepared the data. Now you are going to understand the data. Like, uh, do we really need the data for this analysis? Is the data suitable for the analysis, or do we need anything extra for data understanding part? So these are the things that are covered in this. Fifth one is modeling and evaluation. In this case, the most adequate model would be a descriptive one because we want to understand the actual pattern of regular customer. So when deploying a part of the model, evaluate if it was the way it was planned to work. For example, maybe when making some histograms, we would realize some bias in the data or some aspect that we are not interested in. Define the database or remake the question in order to get closer to the solution and evaluate and decide if the model needs to be changed if there are some errors in the process. So these are the things that is happening here. Now, what this exercise actually means is like you are first it is understanding your capability of creating a problem, then looking out for the solution that you can seek out to help the problem get a solution. Like your understanding of the data, how you're going to handle it, and how you're going to prepare it, and how you're going to use the model on it, and how you're going to deploy the model. So these are the things that are being understand here from this analysis. And I think it would be a great exercise if you can just write uh, your thoughts, your analysis aspect. Not don't copy all of this. Just take a hint from this one and try to write it in your way and have an analysis in your side, because this is not a parametric based, and whatever you're going to write, it will have some points that will help you in future. So kindly try to have a practice of writing things in your way that will be helpful in future. So I think that will be all for this video, and I hope that you have liked the video. Please do subscribe to the channel, it will be helpful, and thank you everyone.